I think we're right on the hour, so we can probably start. I'll go ahead and start by sharing my screen. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another webinar in our Supporting for Success series. It will be recorded, and the recording will be sent to you, and all other recordings in this webinar series are also available on our YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel will also be linked to in the email that I will send you afterwards. My name is Kate Losek, and I am the Sales Development Coordinator at Bywater Solutions. And in this webinar, I will showcase how you can use Libki at your library and what Libki can do for you. Let's talk about some Libki features. Libki is a cross-platform PC reservation, booking, and time management system designed to allow time-limited access to computers. Like all products that we support at Bywater Solutions, which are Koha integrated library system, Aspen discovery layer, and Metabase, a data visualization tool, Libki is also open source and web-based. Libki was also written by one of our Bywater developers, Kyle Hall, when he was a systems librarian, and Libki has been around for almost 2 decades at this point. With me today, I also have my colleagues Elise and Jesse, and if you have any questions during the webinar about anything that I'm going to be covering, please feel free to pop those questions in the chat as well. Libki consists of 2 parts, the Libki server and the Libki client. It can also be accessed from any modern web browser. The web administration interface allows admins to create and delete user accounts, adjust the remaining time on the account, send or leave messages for the users, log them out or ban them, and monitor which client computers are available to you or in use. Additionally, the system includes a public web interface that displays the availability status of kiosks and enables users to make reservations. The Libki client is a cross-platform application compatible with various operating systems, which includes Microsoft Windows and Linux. It includes a timer that displays the remaining session time and allows users to log off before the time is up. Unused minutes can be carried over and use on any other computer running the Libki client. Additionally, the client can be configured to log off the operating system or even reboot the computer when a user logs out of the Libki session. Another feature is, of course, PC reservations. So Libki allows users to access computers on a walk-up, first-come, first-served basis, or require reservation, or use a hybrid model, so both. Libki has a public web interface to use for placing reservations and create display boards or available computers, and we'll demonstrate that shortly in the demo part. Libki, of course, also allows you to do print management, including mobile printing. Print management is powered by the Libki Print Manager, which allows print management to be set up and used without any complicated infrastructure, and you will see that shortly as well. It offers differentiated pricing per printer. You can set up multiple virtual printers per printer and set different options. So, for example, whether the printer is monochrome or color, and so much more. And patrons can also print remotely from their device through Libki mobile printing, and we'll then demonstrate that functionality as well. Libki is also extremely customizable and versatile. For example, the Libki client login screen can be customized so that you can change banners and logo to match your branding, your coloring, and make sure Libki looks the way you would like it to. And it's not only about the looks. The duration of timeouts or even a number of guest passes can be adjusted too. You can also specify any access restrictions or even add operating hours. Now, after this short introduction, let's jump into our demo part, and let's start with the admin section. So I am, as mentioned, Libki is web-based, so I am just taken to a separate URL. And right here, I can log in with my Koha ILS credentials. Libki will use the zip connection to the Koha ILS and pull all users from the Koha database. It will also, so let me just do that. It will also allow me to add new users or new guests, or even multiple guests at the same time. Guest passes can have different privileges, like, for example, shorter access time. And I can create a specific number of guest passes at the same time as well. Guest passes are also not tied to a specific computer, and of course can be created at multiple at once. So in the admin interface, you'll see different sections that you can manage. So we have 4 tabs here on top: users, clients, reservation, and prints. So in the user section, which will refresh automatically every 30 seconds, but also has this handy refresh button over here, I will be able to, as the name suggests, manage my users. So here I can, for example, edit them. And edit will allow me to add funds to their account as well, and set roles. There are 2 roles available in Libki: administrator and super administrator. Administrator is a role that would be used by frontline staff, and super administrator will have access to any policy changes, updating rules, and the full setting panel. For adding funds, this can also work 2 ways. So you can add funds manually. So for example, patron hands you $20 or a different amount, and you can preload their account right here. Or Libki can also connect to Jamex machines that are coin or cash or even credit card operated. We're also at Bywater Solutions working on a development, which will allow you to set up integration with Aspen Discovery. So the total will be sent to Aspen and will allow patrons to pay it in Aspen using available e-commerce integrations. Additionally, you can also change password of your users, mark them as a troublemaker. So for example, they're accessing content they are not supposed to. You can mark them as a troublemaker here, which will then prevent login. And you can also delete users here as well. Columns are searchable and sortable as well, just using the arrows. Our next tab is a clients tab, which refers to terminals that have Libki on. They can be separated by location, so for example, children's room or computer lab, but there is also a general tab that shows all available clients. And each terminal can be modified. As you can see, you can modify time, reserve it, cancel any reservations, unlock and lock, log them out, toggle its status, so offline or online, delete it, and if need be, restart or turn off. You can also perform bulk actions to restart clients or turn them off if needed. Our third tab is reservations. So here, staff can view all reservations that are made, and there are multiple ways to use clients. So some of them can be just open, or by reservation. So public reservation system, when users can open systems and make, where users can see open systems and make reservations with their login and password, or hybrid, which is a combination of both. And here, as we can see, we have a reservation for 3 o'clock my time, so central time. And from here, I can also cancel this reservation if I would like to. And the fourth tab in the administration panel has to do with print management. So prints in Libki will either release automatically if patrons have funds, or staff can go here, accept funds, and then release prints. So from here, you can print, refresh if needed, download, or view the sent prints. These are also controlled by additional settings in Libki administrative panel. So you can allow or disable these for staff to download or view the print materials that folks have sent. And of course, you can cancel the print job from here, and I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. You can also set automatic purging of these materials. So for example, instead of the default overnight purge, you can set it to 24 hours. So all prints will be available to be reprinted or viewed in 24 hours. Let's explore some of the settings. So under more, I can go directly to settings. And if you think Libki with us with Vital Solutions is the right field for you, we'll of course set this section up and offer as much assistance as you need along the way and after as well, and take care of any support or hosting issues you might have. So in time settings, you set up the default time hours per day and per session, but also for users and for guests. So you can specify whether these are the same or different depending on whether it's your ILS patron or just a guest pass that you printed. You can also change the time allowance by location, change your date display format to 24 hours if you think that that would work better for you. In automatic time extension, you can give people extra time, either from allotment or not, when they are approaching the end of the reservation. You can also specify certain conditions, whether the time should be extended or not. For example, extend time unless user's client is reserved or even any client is reserved. You can also decide whether the extra minutes should be taken from daily allotment or not. And I will also mention that what's really great about Libki is how intuitive the entire interface is, both for users and for admins, and how what every setting does is really nicely explained. In the client behavior section, this is where we can set up the type of reservations that we would like to allow folks. So either first come, first served, or reservation only, or the hybrid one, which is the one that we recommend. Here, you can, in the notification section, you can also customize notification frequency about users' remaining time and also when those notifications should start. Similarly, for client inactivity, you can specify the duration of inactivity. So when the user will be logged out and when they will receive a warning about being logged out. You can also choose to allow session pausing. So if folks need to leave for a minute, it will allow them to log the client down. Libki also has an option of passwordless mode, which will enable passwordless mode for clients, so password will not be required. As mentioned, Libki allows for customizing the look of it, so you can specify what your top banner, bottom banner, and logo should look like by entering your source URLs, but also in the custom JavaScript section, you can customize it even more with JavaScript. And that applies to both administration interface and public interface as well. And of course, during setup, Viral Solutions will help you make sure that this is set up the way you would like it to. Let's go back one up here. So client power options. This section will allow you to specify what happens on power off and on settings, even including the timing of your automatic power on. So what time the clients should turn on automatically. In data retention, you can choose to anonymize history or retain it. So the setting controls how long user and client data is retained in an anonymized format. So if it's left empty, the data will be kept indefinitely. And when anonymized, a particular user will be given a new random ID on a per day basis. So this way, statistics will still be able to track usage on a per user basis per day, but you will be unable to track per user usage over any longer time period. Here, you can also specify your print job retention. So that's the setting that I mentioned a little bit earlier, that you can decide how long you would like to, in days, how long you would like to store the prints. Otherwise, if it's set to 0, that is the default, the print jobs will be removed nightly. And the same for logs retention. You can also specify for how long those logs should be retained. Next Libki session is guest passes. And as mentioned, they are completely customizable. They use Koha template toolkit syntax from slips and notices. And you can customize the username label, password label, and use CSS to put logo on it and basically make it pretty. The ILS integration section, that is something that is set up, configured in during the implementation phase, where whether you use SIP configuration or LDAP configuration to authenticate users, this will be specified here. And similarly, in the API keys section, all keys for your printer drivers will be specified here as well. The print management section will allow you to specify your printer configuration. So this is where you set up your printers. Multiple are allowable as well. And for each printer, you can define cost, whether they're one or double-sided, their name, or any other additional settings. The queued print jobs timeout setting defines how long a print job can sit in the queued status before it's considered expired. So what that means that the print job has been sent to the print manager but hasn't been printed yet, and after certain time, it will be that we can specify here, it will be considered expired. So it means that the print will be resubmitted to try again. So instead of letting the job sit there forever, it means it will resubmit it again and try printing. In the reservation sections of Libki administration, you can customize a little bit the look and feel, set status of the first reservation by username, by first and last name, or anonymize it if you would like to. And you can also set up a reservation gap or reservation buffer. So folks have time from their making the reservation to walk over to their computer without the risk that it will expire or be considered invalid. And in terms of service, this is the area where you would ask your terms of service text to make sure that folks accept these before using the computer. User settings is an option where you can define special settings for patron categories. So it uses YAML syntax, and you can use it to add, for example, certain to prevent certain rules and different patron categories. This ties directly into advanced setting where you can add additional limitations outside of basic rules. So for example, age restrictions, or setting up just a little kiosk that only allows logging in for 10-15 minutes to finish printing. Outside of this administrative panel, in the More section, you can view additional options here. So for example, history, statistics, set closing hours, and view any logs. So in the history section, you can see any usage and sorted as well. It can go as far as when you started using Libki. So as you can see here in our model side, it goes as far as 2017, but you can also set it, let's say, to 1 year. In statistics, you can view any statistics and usage by location, by client, and reservation. Super administrators can also access logs. See any cron jobs, starts, and restarts as well. And the closing hours section are a way to prevent users from starting a session that will be cut short by the closing of the location where they are at. So they can be either set for all locations or specifies for all other as well. You can also manage any exceptions and add them here directly as well. So as you can see, Libki admin panel is pretty self-explanatory and very intuitive to use. So let's jump over to the user side and see how we can interact with it. So this is the public-facing interface of the Libki kiosk management system. You can notice that I am not logged in right now, so that's why it displays all available computers across different areas. So depending on the setup, I can make a reservation directly from here on the main floor. And it will prompt me to log in here. Oh, that's because I already have a reservation. Let's try and log in here first. It's giving me some issues here. But from here, you can make any reservations and cancel them as well. What you will also see here is when I'm logged in is the additional mobile printing section. So this is where folks will be able to go to release their prints. We recommend using PDFs, but multiple other formats are available. So that includes doc, PowerPoint, JPEG, PNG, text, or Excel as well. And it works pretty intuitively. So I can upload a file. Select a printer. So let's say that's going to be a color printer and upload it. And once my file is uploaded, it will be displayed right here. You also can notice that I have funds available right now, $14, which will allow me to print it directly, which means that my job that's currently in the held status of 6 pages, this is the file name. I also have the option to change the printer. Since I have the funds right now, I can print it directly from here. And when I click on this button, it will tell me the job will be released to the printer immediately if I want to, if I'm sure that I want to do this. So this job is now pending, and in my administration panel, if I refresh it, it should be visible right here. And from here, I can print it, refresh it, download, view it, or cancel. So it will give me a success message if my print is successful. If for any reason I need to reprint it, I can do that here as well. Now let's find my user. And let's see what happens when I delete all my funds. Okay, so right now I will go back to the patron side and refresh to make sure that I do not have any funds available. And upload the file. Again, select the printer, upload it. And now I can see it as a logged in user, the queue. And right now I will no longer have the option to print. So that is when folks would come into the to the librarian or anybody at your front desk, and you will be able to print them from here or go to the user, preload an amount, and then release it. But from a user's perspective, this is how mobile printing would work. So it's really intuitive. Folks can do it from their phone or any other devices as well. So let me have a look in the chat because I think I see some questions. Does the printer service have a public release service option? Yes, indeed. This is what I am showing right now through the public interface. So just how I will log out again and I will see my reservations. And as soon as I am logged in, and that can be my Koha user, a printing option tab will appear right here. And from here, I can submit any prints using the currently supported formats. How did the mobile job get submitted? So I just click the upload or browse button, select any document. The next step is to select the printer. Let's say for just a variety of it, I will select the monochrome printer because that is one of the printers we have set up, and click upload. And once my prints are uploaded, I will be able to see here as a user. And if I have funds in my account, right now I don't, I will be able to print them directly from here. And as an admin, I will be able to manage the prints from the prints tab. So And if I want to make sure that all my tabs are in, I can prompt the refresh with the refresh button right now. And from here, I can print, download, view, or cancel any of these. And these can be retained either overnight or for a duration of the days that you specify in the settings. So if a patron is printing from a computer they have logged into our library, would they have to upload their documents to print each time? No. So if they are using Libki computer, or computer with Libki on it, they would just print it like they would from a normal computer. So this would be from a different device or your mobile phone. Great questions. But as you can see, Libki is very intuitive both for staff and for patrons to use. The public-facing interface is really easy to use. Minimal clicks are required to make sure that you select the document that you need and a printer that you would like to use. Just check in the chat if there are any other questions. There is another question in the chat. Is Libki cloud-based or server on-site? So Libki is web-based, and we provide the hosting and support for the server. Great, thanks, Tracy, for answering the chat as well. Any other questions? Okay, it doesn't seem like it. So just to sum up, Libki is a very powerful, very flexible, very easy to use web-based and cross-platform system for managing public computer access and printing. It will integrate with your Koha ILS. It will support features like time tracking, guest access, mobile printing, and even branding as well. So whether you're running one branch or many branches, Libki will offer you the control and customization that you need to support your patrons and staff effectively. So if you do think that Libki is the right choice for you and Bywater solution is the right choice for you, we are here to help you with setup, configuration, and ongoing support. And if you have any questions as well, you can also reach out to us as well. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar. We definitely appreciate your time. We look forward to helping you get out the most of Libki. And if you would like to join us for our next webinar, that will be Join the Movement, the Koha Community on Monday, September 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern, which will be pre-recorded during our Koha US in Providence, Rhode Island. So you will have the opportunity to hear from current Koha users how they're using Koha and how they're benefiting from being a part of the Koha community. And of course, the recording will be sent to all of you. So thank you so much for joining today, and we hope to see you soon.